We have Muhammad Umar with us, who is the president for Project Smile. Who is the president for Project Smile and the brain behind Mercy Mission. Hope you are all aware what Mercy Mission is. It's a group of NGOs who came under one umbrella and worked at the time of COVID. It had huge impact on the society and it really showed what unity can give to the society. I request Muhammad Umar to please come on stage, share a few words, and we will then move on. Jazakallah khair.
Ooh, static. Huh? This is a charged environment. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. How are you guys doing? So I heard this 2 days is all about teachers, right? So it's all about you, it's all about teachers. I just will take a very small time. Thank you, Zohaib bhai. I think Baba Sahab put a fantastic speech when he mentioned the importance of standing up and being in the field. Muzaffar bhai kannadadalli super ಆಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ. Alhamdulillah, I just want to highlight a few things, I'm quite sure you've learned a lot. So I think this 2 days is about you, the teachers. It's about nobody else, right? And why is it so important, What do you think makes a great teacher? There's a very, very nice saying by Mr. William Arthur Ward. He says, a mediocre teacher tells. What is telling? I tell something, right? And a good teacher explains. Good teacher gives you a lot of explanations. Hey, this happens like this happens like that. And a better teacher demonstrates. The teacher demonstrates how things happen, right? So becomes a role model, kind of takes the risk. And who is the best teacher? Ma'am here says something. Who is the best teacher? What do you think is the best teacher? A best teacher inspires. A best teacher gives values. Why? Why do you need inspiration? Why didn't they say that the best teacher helps you in scoring good marks? You didn't say the best teacher helps you in getting you a degree. You didn't say a best teacher helps you in getting a job. What does it say? A best teacher is who? Why? That stays for life. Because this is the impact you have on your people. Now, how do you inspire children? I know I can teach physics, I can teach chemistry, I can teach Kannada, but ಇದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ. How do you inspire kids? What do you think? How do you inspire kids? I mean, if there is a glass here, can I have the glass? Is this bowl empty or full? Empty? Why do you say it's empty? It's not. Okay. It's transparent, nothing is there inside, it's empty. So essentially there is air inside it, but that's not the answer I was looking at. This is empty. Now I am thirsty. Can I drink from it? Will my thirst get quenched? Why not? Because there is no water in it. As a teacher, are you inspired yourself? Are you motivated yourself? Are you passionate yourself? If you are not, then how can you give it to the children? Today the biggest problem is, as teachers, we are not inspired. If I have a dull teacher, I'll get a dull student. If I have a volcanic teacher, I will have a volcanic student, right? If I have a mediocre teacher, I'll have a mediocre student. So when societies and generations, they want to change their country, they want to change their nations, what do? They work on their teachers. And I congratulate Zohaib and Learning Point Foundation for this fantastic program, because they want to change you. Because by changing you, they can change the city, they can change the state, and they can change this country. Can't they? Yes. Can't they? Yes. I just don't want to give a speech and quickly run away. So I said a teacher should? All of you, a teacher should? Inspire and motivate. Now how do you do that? $1 million question. How do you inspire? What is one big thing you need to do? Inspiration. And then 3 small things. Okay, one big thing, 3 small things. What's the one big thing you need? To keep the student always charged. I said already, rule number 1, if you want the student to be charged, you should be charged. You want the students to be inspired, you should be inspired. I cannot fight in the home and then take my same fight to the school and then hit my children. It happens, right? As human beings, it's possible. How do we avoid this? I'll tell you in the 3 small steps. One important thing, you need to have passion. What is passion? You need to be a passionate teacher. Don't be a teacher for money. Right? Thank you. He's scared of the ball. Don't work for money. Don't work for name. Work for passion, because the guy in which you're putting your effort tomorrow is going to change the nation, is going to change the country, is going to represent a country, either good or bad. It can be a DJ early, but it can also be somebody in Olympics. It can be already somebody in the United Nations. So please watch. You need to be passionate about teaching. Only then you will be able to inspire people. If you are not passionate, then forget about instilling passion in children. First thing, passion. The other 3 small things, which we need to have to inspire your students. The first thing I've written it down is, you need to have expertise in whatever you're teaching, right? If you're teaching science, try to become an expert in science. If you're teaching maths, try to get an expertise in mathematics. Don't be a teacher who teaches all 6 subjects. Teach all 6 subjects, but have one subject in which you are an expert. That means nobody in the school should know what you know. Because when you tell people what they don't know, they'll get curious, they'll start listening. So have passion, number 1, ground rule. Small thing, please be an expert in the subject which you are at. Second thing, as a teacher, the most important skill today is to be emotionally intelligent. What is emotionally intelligent? Somebody said child psychology, right? Baba Sahib said you had a fantastic topic, child psychology. To understand the needs of a child. Somebody recognized the talent in Baba Sahib. That is why today he is a DCP of Bangalore, retired and still working. Why? Somebody saw something in Baba Sahib, right? And they said, no, I need to push this kid somewhere. How does this happen? This happens when you are socially and emotionally intelligent. You may have the most troublesome kid in the class, but maybe he is the most intelligent kid in your class. But do you have the eye to see it? You need that eye to see it. So you need to be socially and emotionally intelligent. SEL, this was one topic I love to give some information. I'll pass it on to Zoheb. You need to be socially, emotionally intelligent. That means you need to recognize the talent in that kid. I'll tell you, there were 2 teachers in my life, one male, one female. Both of them said the same thing to me, and after that my life was never the same. How my life was never the same? This year, as Zoheb said, together, all of us put together, how much money do you think we spent in Bangalore? Take a guess. In the last 9 months in COVID-19, how much money do you think we spent? Guess. Any guesses? Some crores, 10 crores. Big amount, small amount? Big amount. Am I a small person? We are all very small person. Why? Because the teachers inspired. They said 2 things. Both of them said the same thing, Baba Sahib, like how your teacher told me. They said, I see something in you. I was like, what do they see in me? Really? Do you see something in me? This is what I thought to myself. But they said they saw something in me. Until now, I am trying to figure out what that something was. And in the process, I am able to do things. So this is inspiration. Right? So this is very important as a teacher. You need to inspire your kids. Third most important thing. Once you have the expertise, second, you are socially, emotionally intelligent. Third most important skill is what? You should know how to communicate this to the child. Hey, Pavi, you are intelligent. No. Hey, tumma intelligent kano. Phat. No. Yeah. She said, give a hug. Love your kid. Believe me, they seek love. They seek attention. You give your kids love and attention, and they will do. And how do you do that? Talk to him softly. Have some good communication skills. Learn some way to talk to kids. There is a way in which you talk to kids. Right? So 3 things. Can you repeat? One is what? First big thing, passion. Second thing, expertise in the subject which you are good at. Second is social, emotional learning. Be emotionally intelligent as a teacher. And the third one is learn how to communicate. If you do this, then you will be able to inspire the children. First, you will be able to inspire yourself, and once you are inspired, you will be able to inspire the students. Very, very important. So with this, I think I would like to conclude by just saying one thing. Do you believe you can become an expert in a subject? Yes, no, to a certain extent, a lot of hard work. I have to read a lot, I have to go to the library. Yeah? There's no limit to expertise. Very good. Why do you feel so? You- Learning never stops. Why is that? Why do they say that learning never stops? Because the Almighty said in the holy book, right? Our holy book, He said, who are you? You are among the best of the creation. What is best? You're better than the sun, you're better than the moon, you're better than the universe, you're better than the soil, you're better than the mountains, you're better than the plants, you're better than the fruits, you're better than everything else. Why did He say that? Because of two special things which we have, heart and brain, which are the two things which we don't use at all. Most of the time, correct? Most unused parts in the body are what? Heart and brain. Most used part is what? अच्छा खाते हैं, अच्छा बात करते हैं, right? Heart and mind. You are the best of the creation because of your heart and because of your mind. And they say that it's never late to learn because you have unlimited potential to learn. Everybody has. Young, old, even a sick person lying on the bed can learn. So believe that you can learn at any age. Believe that you can learn in any condition. Because there's Ambedkar who sat on the street and became the person who wrote the constitution. Why? Because he believed. So believe in yourself that you can change. Why? Because the Almighty said you are the best of the creation. How do I do that? Learn. Expert, teamwork, Learning Pound Foundation. Find the sources of knowledge, go to them. The knowledge will not come to you. You have to go to knowledge. And why you have to do all that? Because the Prophet said when a man or a woman dies, he keeps continuing to get good deeds, long even after they're gone. One of them is the person who imparts knowledge to others, and that person is you. Thank you so much. I'm Mohammed Umar. Have a blessed day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Request Baba Saab to do the honors to Mr. Umar. That is for Muhammad Umar. Jazakallah khair for being present here, accepting a request. Thank you, Baba sir. Muzaffar sir requested you please come on stage to do the honors. Tausi, please come on stage. He is also hard-working volunteer for us during COVID. Stay back. And this is felicitating Project Smile. Great team, great work that happened and it's still continuing. Jazakumullahu khair.